This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Right now, if you crack open the window, you will notice that it is a smoky start to your morning. And this is all due to those Canadian wildfires. We're taking a live look at downtown St. Louis. Yeah, it really is in the picture. This is from the east side, looking to the west from Worldwide Technology. The smoke is so dense, you can barely see the arch. You can't see the arch at all, actually. I got to lean in myself. And that's like 5 miles away from that camera.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you know how big the arch is, too. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for Today in St. Louis. I'm Randy Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We begin in the Weather Center because we are under an air quality alert. And meteorologist Anthony Slaughter is joining us now with tracking this poor air quality.
Yeah.
Really dangerous for folks if they are out and about this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in the red category for the first time this summer. And as you saw, the downtown skyline, hard to make out even from a camera that's just right across the river. So air quality is suffering this morning so bad that the air quality alert again has us in the red category. So not just for sensitive groups, this is for everybody. You want to limit your time outside this morning, and you can see those areas that are encompassed in this air quality alert from St. Louis back towards the Metro East, even including Jefferson and Franklin County along with St. Charles. So limit your time outside today, whether it's this morning or this afternoon. Even when the haze clears away later, we're back into the 90s for highs today. So it will be a hotter day with poor air quality sticking around through the day. Now, we do have some rain that's out there this morning. Could help you. We'll show you the radar in a few minutes, and we have more rain in the weekend forecast. All right, as the smoke covers the bi-state this morning, our Alex Fees is live showing us how to stay safe during these unhealthy air quality conditions. Good morning to you, Alex.
Anthony, good morning. As you can see behind me, the air quality indicator over the eastbound lanes of I-64 at the Science Center reads unhealthy for sensitive groups, and it's got that red background. Now, this is all due to the wildfires in Canada, as you said. Smoke levels are expected to be highest early this morning. Here's what it looked like overnight in the St. Louis area. That is haze from the smoke, not fog. That means air quality is in the red unhealthy zone here in the middle of America. On the map, you can see how much of the country north and east of St. Louis is in the red zone. The smoke is moving southeast from the Great Lakes into the St. Louis area. An air quality alert is in effect for the metro St. Louis area and all of Illinois through late Wednesday night. As a result, everyone should take steps to avoid exposure outside. Exposure can involve coughing, trouble breathing, asthma attacks, and irritation in the eyes and the sinuses. Now, coming up in our next half hour, some tips from the American Red Cross regarding your air conditioning in your home and your car, and the impact it can have on the air quality that we're surviving in. Live this morning near Forest Park, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Alex. Let's take you out live right now to Chicago, where the air quality is considered to be the worst on the entire planet right now. The thick smoke has blanketed the city in an eerie haze, as you can see right there. This is what it looked like yesterday. Wow. The National Weather Service describes the air quality as very unhealthy, bordering on the hazardous level. People in Chicago are asked to stay inside or wear a mask if they do indeed go outside. Remember, you can get the latest weather first forecast anytime you want it. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355 and we will send it to your phone. And Paul, I'm sure emissions from some of these cars is not going to help our situation out.
No, absolutely. And you mentioned it earlier. Maybe you don't need to drive very much today. Maybe it's a day to ride the bike. Well, no, it's not a day to ride the bike. Anthony's going to come and get me here. Just stay inside and don't drive if you can. And if you are driving, you don't need to take a picture of it like, hey, look at the haze, you know. That is, of course, distracted driving, and we don't want you dealing with that. Okay, so we're out here right now in Eureka, 44 at 109, and that is absolutely an area that could bog down here in a few minutes. We will keep an eye on it with more traffic coming your way soon.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. Breaking from overnight, 2 young children who are missing in Berkeley have now been found safe this morning. The Amber Alert for an 11-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy was canceled around 12:30 this morning. They were taken by a woman from their foster home on Tyndall Drive yesterday evening, but right now we do not know the identity of the woman who abducted them or if she is in custody. This morning, a wastewater spill from Boeing may have made its way into Coldwater Creek.
This after contamination concerns around the creek have been high for months now. Our Sydney Stallworth is live for us at the Boeing plant in Berkeley with the latest on the contamination. Sydney?
Well, Rennie, Michelle, this morning the EPA is saying about 1,000 gallons of wastewater coming from Boeing are likely in Coldwater Creek. And this morning we're also learning more about exactly what those contaminants are that are likely in the creek right now. Now, initially the EPA says that Boeing's wastewater contained a carcinogen, a deadly chemical, but now it's believed that the contaminant is likely much less harmful. The EPA now says trivalent chromium, or CR3 compounds, were found in the plant's wastewater spill near Lambert Airport. If you're wondering about the effects of contaminants like trivalent chromium, the CDC reports that CR3 can irritate the respiratory system when inhaled and also cause nasal irritation, coughing, just depending on how extensive the exposure is. The EPA says Boeing was aware of the spill, stopped the release, and started sampling water from Coldwater Creek. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources is also expected to test the water. The EPA released this following statement saying, quote, if there were an immediate threat to life, the local first responders would communicate that directly to the news media and to the public. All of this happening as people living near Coldwater Creek have expressed concerns for years about radioactive waste from World War II era bomb materials that was improperly stored near the creek decades ago. Reports have shown an elevated rate of cancer in people living in the 8 zip codes around the creek compared to the rest of the state of Missouri. And our newsroom has been following contamination concerns around Jana Elementary School for months. Now, studies from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers recently show that there's no contamination around Jana Elementary School, but folks who live there aren't so convinced that the area is safe. Reporting in Berkeley, I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
Thanks so much, Sydney. Happening today, area leaders are coming together to find a way to strengthen the region's manufacturing sector. Today's roundtable will take place at the GM plant in Wentzville with Greater St. Louis Inc. They're going to discuss how to bring more jobs into the area and how to win federal grant money. The discussion begins at 11 o'clock this morning. And in a few hours from right now, some area veterans will be honored with dozens of quilts in O'Fallon, Missouri. Take a look there. 100 quilters made the blankets with a heart, which serves as a reminder it was created with love. A little TLC there. These are photos of last year's event, by the way. The quilts will be handed out at the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary Parish at 8 o'clock this morning. Love seeing that. It's so beautiful. Quilting is really something that is lost on so many folks.
I was just about to say
great.
that. It's such a unique pastime whenever you see somebody, I made this. It's like, what? You did that whole thing? Yeah, super cool. All right. Well, this morning we're keeping an eye on some showers. We talked about the haze a few minutes ago, but if you're just waking up and joining us, we'll recap that all morning. But I wanted to show you that we have rain out there this morning across parts of Bowling Green, down south near Rolla, and even across southern Iron and Reynolds County. I do think some of us, you get the rain, that'll help clear out our atmosphere. However, not a lot of us will see the showers. You see how spotty they are here on the Futurecast. Those will move through this morning. The afternoon is dry, but dangerous heat will be our headline the next couple of days. Thursday and Friday, we're in the triple digits. We'll talk about how you can beat the heat coming up.
Well, in just a few hours, the NHL draft is set to begin, and the Blues are expected to get some key players this year.
Hopefully ones that will lead them to a cup. Now, the Blues have the 10th overall pick in the draft that is taking place in Nashville. If you're looking to watch it all go down, well, there are several bars around the area that are hosting some watch parties. You can stop by Hot Shots, Buffalo Wild Wings, the Blarney Stone, Rock and Brews, or Dee's Place for special food and drink offers. Fans who head to any of those spots will have a chance to win some prizes, but you must check in via Blue Natics in the Blues app. And to get us ready for the draft day, let's take a stroll down memory lane, why don't we? Here are some photos of Blues players on draft day back in the day. This, of course, is goalie Jordan Binnington during the 2021 draft that took place in St. Paul, Minnesota. It's all business for Robert Thomas right there. A smile. Look at that. He's got all his teeth still. This is back in 2017. He flashed a smile and a puck with his brand new Blues jersey on. And here's a throwback to 2007. Take a look at David Perron. It looks like a samurai. What's going on there? That's his portrait after being the first-round draft pick in Columbus, Ohio. He's looking so fierce. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
I wonder if they're a little embarrassed. That's so funny.
Well, most of them are like teenagers at the time because they get drafted fairly young. And I'm just wondering, the Blues have so many picks, 3 first-round picks and other picks throughout the draft, if they're going to hold on to all of them or use them to make a trade. make a move.
Yeah.
Bring in a veteran.
Who knows?
Like I said, win a cup. By the way, tonight's draft starts at 6 o'clock. Our Corey Mueller will be heading down to cover all the action. He will have live reports starting at 5 o'clock this evening.
It's exciting. All right, well, coming up, a summer sport gaining in popularity. It's not hockey here, but it's pretty cool. The area camp offering kids the chance to play pickleball.
Plus, TikTok giving parents more control over what their teenagers see. The new feature aimed at helping keep kids safe on the social media app.